Just got out of the gym. Got extremely shredded. Did a bunch of kettlebell walks. Picked up some 50-pound kettlebells. Walked back and forth across the whole gym a bunch of times. Did some pull-ups. Did a little bit of shoulders. Just generally tried to heal my body. Tried to make myself feel better. That was the goal of the gym today. I fucking lifted super hard the day before. Hit a PR, bench PR yesterday. And boy, my body was sore today. So I'm not going to skip a day in the gym. So I might as well just do what's going to put me in a better position for tomorrow. That's all you really can do. What's the best thing I could do with my time right now to make it so much easier for myself tomorrow? And the vision that God just gave me, or my subconscious mind just gave me when I asked that question was, clean up my entire room, delete all the apps off my phone, give myself a very clear, detailed plan on what actions I have to take so I can simply just follow the steps. That's what you have to do. So what's the best use of my time right now? Or what's the best use of my time for the rest of the night that I can use to make it so easy for myself to succeed tomorrow? And that would be just clean up my life, clean up my room, clean up everything, delete the apps off my phone, just generally do shit like that. Make it easier for myself tomorrow. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I get home, I'm going to have a little bit of time. I'm going to have an hour or so. I have a really early morning tomorrow. I have to be up at 7 a.m. I have to be over at John's house at 8 a.m. because we have to drive a fucking hour and a half away down to Port St. Lucie for an install. So it's going to be interesting. So basically, the reason I'm making this voice note is because I had a spare second driving home from the gym, and I thought, what's the best use of my time right now? Whipping out my phone and starting to speak and guiding myself and what's the word? Repackaging my old subconscious thoughts so I actually know what I need to do. Most people, when you're driving home from the gym, you just play some fucking nigga music, play some fucking rap, play some music, do whatever, play on your phone, scroll on your phone, search for novelty, consume dopamine. Listen, dopamine is just the attraction chemical. It just motivates you for action. If you see a pretty girl, ooh, she's attractive, dopamine chemical gets released, you are magnetized towards her. Dopamine is the magnetic attraction chemical. So what do you want to attract? Don't you want to be more attractive? Why do you think all I say is get more shredded and do what you said you were going to do? Stop rewarding yourself and do difficult things, because it literally makes you more attractive, more magnetic. You draw in people. Bro, when I train as hard as humanly possible in the gym, and then I'm sitting in the sauna with the biggest fucking G's in there, I can always get them to laugh. They'll always like me. I'm like, bro, there was this one guy, he was fucking huge, way bigger than me. I would not want to fight this guy. And he was sitting 5 inches away from the sauna hot rocks, burning his fucking face off. And I was like, bro, I just laughed at him. I was like, bro, you're fucking 6 inches away from there. What are you doing? And then he just fucking laughed. And, it's so much different. Oh, fuck, speed bump. Life is so much different when you go through life chasing the next task instead of blindly running from your emotions and just running, trying to escape the current feelings. When you walk into a candy store or when you walk into a grocery store and there's a big pile of candy right at the checkout register, if you buy some candy, you're not chasing the next task. You're not chasing your mission. What you're doing is you're running away from, you are cowering, you are trying to escape that current little feeling in your belly of, I feel hungry. Oh, I have a craving. I need to do this. Bro, cravings, just like any emotion, last about 10, 15 minutes and then they go away. So if you can resist your brain long enough just to get through that checkout of the store, you're going to be fine. When I walk into the store, completely fasted, coffee, water, lemons, all day, every day, getting fucking shredded. Dude, when I eventually walk into the fucking Whole Foods and walk into the meat store, to the meat department, there's only one thing that I want. It's a fucking steak. Literally, my dopamine receptors, the attraction chemicals, my brain is not even magnetized or attracted to any other fucking goy slop, poison, man-made, fucking shallow, shitty, empty foods, shit like that. So the secret is you have to become greater than your environment. When I was up north and fucking living in my parents' house, all I did was fucking reward myself and eat shitty foods and just try to pass the time and just try to avoid my problems, just because I had no other outlet for the energy. I had no other outlet for my dopamine receptors to latch onto and follow. It's just like a path. It's just like following video games. It's just like playing video games. You're running around in Call of Duty and you're just blindly running through all the pathways, and as soon as you see someone, you lock on target and you shoot them. It's just, that's all life is. Running around all day, locking onto a target, and fucking killing it. So when I'm knocking on doors all day, and I get that one homeowner who is like kind of giving me a little bit of pushback, like, well, you know, I'm not that sure, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm just not that sure. The best thing I can do is fucking dig deep in my heels and have more conviction than them. Because the stronger force always wins. You have to be greater than your environment. There's a quote in the Bible, and it goes something along the lines of this. When spirit rises above circumstance, the gods are ready to obey. So I take that as, when you're fasting, no food, no water, like Jesus. Literally, if you walk into a store, all of that sugary food, all of that TikTok, all of the skibbity, all of the bad habits, everything, it literally does not attract your brain, because those are just cheap, shallow thoughts. And when you are a fulfilled human drinking coffee and water all day, and your soul is fulfilled and you've been working extremely hard, I swear to God, you will not even crave the goy slop. You will not crave the processed foods. You will not crave the poison. Because listen, demons can only possess an empty vessel. That's why when you're listening to TikTok videos and your mind is empty, ready to be programmed, and you're super slow, all the blood just leaves your brain, and your brain is literally empty. It's just easily programmed. So the reason why I hate doing that, the reason why I hate listening to super repetitive, just like trap music, is because it makes your brain extremely shallow. It's the reason why I hate smoking weed, because when you smoke weed, it makes your brain extremely shallow. It makes the blood leave your brain. It makes you not be able to feel your conscious thoughts, and it just makes you just succumb to whatever thoughts pop into your mind. That's what trap music does. It decreases the power of your mind, makes you more submissive. It literally, imagine your brain is a balloon. I blow up a balloon, and when you listen to trap music and smoke weed, the balloon deflates and there's much less energy. So there's just a tiny little amount of volume in that balloon. That's your brain. So if you spend all your time rewarding yourself and just searching for cheap dopamine, your brain is going to be empty and shallow. It's going to be deflated, like a flaccid old man's erectile dysfunction. Is that who you want to be? That's not who I want to be. That's why I literally moved across the country. I drove 20 hours. I drove 20 hours across the country to Florida for a commission-only sales job. Do you think I did that because I was happy with my life? Dude, if I was completely content and satisfied in my life, why would I just completely uproot myself and change my entire trajectory? Why would I do that? Because I was not fucking happy. Not like that gay little emotions like, oh, I want to be happy all the time. I want to feel good all the time. No, I'm not a fucking fag. But I was not, the better term is I wasn't happy. The real reason is because I was not fulfilled. Working the same job every day, getting paid, eating shitty food, just barely making progress. It's not fulfilling. Your brain needs change. Your brain needs something to latch onto. Your eyeballs are your attention. When's the last time you focused on something without looking at it? Bro, your eyeballs are your attention. So your brain needs something to latch onto. And if you spend all of your time in just the shallow thoughts, empty mind, shallow, skibbity, weak habits, the only thing you're going to do is become more weak and more sad. The only reason I say this is because I was there. I was addicted to drugs. I smoked weed all day. I did drugs and shit. I scrolled on TikTok. I ate shitty foods. It's not the reward that makes it worth it. It's the effort leading up to the reward. Do you understand? So I'm sitting here in my car. Maybe I'm avoiding pain. Maybe this is weakness. But I would much rather be sitting here speaking into my phone, trying to inspire some sort of little spark in you to just maybe push back your first meal of the day just a little later and a little later and a little later. Maybe you drink one or two or three or four or five or six or seven or eight more coffees and eat a couple lemons. And I'm telling you, no, I promise you, you will not crave the goy slop, the man-made research chemicals, the poisonous sugary foods anymore. Because your habits, they're very shallow. Your literally emotions only last for a couple of minutes. Just like every single emotion, it lasts for a few minutes and it goes away. So if you can overcome that, if you can overcome those 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of emotions, you are above your circumstance and you are a god amongst men. I'd say it's like maybe 1%, 0.1% of the men on this planet have complete control over their emotions. When they have a feeling, have a craving, oh, let me actually not do that and let me just keep working all day instead of just blindly rewarding myself the second I feel like it. So in my house, we do goy slop Saturdays. Today's is only Whole Foods. I have a steak in the oven. I have fucking potatoes. I have onions, eggs, raw milk, peanut butter. Lots of healthy shit, bro. But tomorrow, because I did not eat any processed foods today, tomorrow those processed foods, the goy slop, it's going to taste even better. Because it's not the reward. It's if I woke up and just said, let me go to the store right now and start eating goy slop. Bro, it's not the reward that makes you feel good. It's the effort that leads up to the reward. So if you don't have what you want in life, maybe, just maybe, stop rewarding yourself. Get in the gym and get more shredded.